Hey, welcome to the Coffee Man Show. My name is Edgar Loman, aka Coffee Man. Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great show today. And like always, I like to thank the public for tuning in. And I can always be reached at 313-686-4817. But we're going to get right into the meats and potatoes of this presentation right now. We're talking about Ibuumerang. What is Ibuumerang? What is a boomerang? A boomerang is something you throw out with and it comes back. So if you throw something out and it don't come back, it pretty much just was a stick. But here at Ibuumerang, we're 20 months old. I'll get deeper into that as we go. But I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to expose literally what's next. Because what's next, ladies and gentlemen, is the big boom. And this boom is spelled B-U-U-M. Like I say, my name is Edgar Loman. I'm 60 years old. And let me tell you what I'm not. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, first of all. I'm not the brightest bulb in the lamp. I don't have a whole lot going on. But what I do have going on, I'm thankful and I'm grateful because I made a decision to follow a proven system long enough to get some results to the point to where I'm privileged to share this information with the world. All right? So let's move into the presentation. Ibuumerang, and then I have to put up a disclaimer because what I love about this company is two things. One is that we're less than 2 years old. Two is that it's a whole lot of money being made. And when I say a whole lot in a short period of time, and it's based on the things that we're already doing that have been brought to our attention to where we can actually be financially incentivized. Meaning, okay, when you shared your information on Facebook, did Facebook cut you a check? Of course not. When you went to Google and say, Google, show me information on, let's say, a furnace. Did Google send you a check? Or when you ordered something from Amazon and you shared it with others, did Amazon send you a check? Wow. So these things that we're using, TikTok and all of those sites on our cell phone, are you being financially incentivized to the point to when you use it, income comes in? No, you haven't. So I need to read this disclaimer just on the strength of Ibuumerang cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results on earning any money with our program, information or tools or strategies. And what we're pretty much saying, if you look at this disclaimer like a fitness gym, I can name a few out there. Matter of fact, I do have a membership at one, and I know when I went in there, I seen different people working on different type of machines, and I walked through the facility and I tried out the different treadmills and things of that nature, and I sat down and I filled out a form to become a member. I gave a lump sum down with the agreement to pay a monthly fee. And this is what this disclaimer is pretty much sharing. This is what it really is. The investment of a fitness gym was a personal decision that I made. So Ibuumerang as well is a personal decision that you make to get involved in a company with the possibilities of staying long enough to get the results. And just like a fitness gym, we'll use the facility, we'll pay a monthly fee, and then as time progresses, we'll stop going. And then that investment that we're spending a month turns into a bill. You familiar with that? That means you made a personal decision in the midst of a decision being made to no longer treat the investment like an investment. You start treating it like a bill, so naturally you pulled away. And we do that in a lot of things. So this disclaimer covers the same intent information. We're not going to call you and say, hey, launch your boomerang company. We're not going to call you and say, hey, have you sent out any boomerangs lately? This is up to you based on a proven system, and it's based on following the leadership. This is a big old game of follow the leader. That's what it is. That's what I see it as. I'm one of the founders of the company. I'm excited about that. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going anywhere because the technology that I'm about to share with you today is over and above any expectation that's out here, because once you've been exposed to what you're doing and you have not been paid for it, and then somebody come out with something that you're going to do anyway, but this time you get paid for it, I say tune your ears in to what's getting ready to take place here. Now, Ibuumerang, it's time for you to take control. Okay, it's time for you. Why is it time for you to take control? Because the hustle and the bustle and the things that's been going on out here with this pandemic, the world told everybody to go home. They told everybody to go to the house. And now that you're home, it's time for you to take control. I got several of my daughters are working from home. They got the computers, they got the little office space and things of that nature. They have a button on their computer where they can push it to let the facility know that they're not at their desk. That is amazing, and they get paid X amount of dollars to do that. I think it's amazing. It's also time for you to earn more money. Remember, when we were all sent home, we pretty much, everybody started on the same playing field. Everybody got the same opportunity. You know, the people that was running fast had to sit down. The people that wasn't running at all took the privilege in some cases and stood up. And we all stepped on that starting line. And when they start releasing us back into today's society, a lot of us took off from where we were, and we kind of moved faster in the economy. I know myself personally, in the last 9 months, the income lifestyle has went through the roof based on the proven system we finna talk about now. It's time for you to start a home-based business. Well, if you send us home, the best thing I can do is start a home-based business, something that's going to get me the results. Now, when you think of a home-based business, naturally you think of network marketing. Now, I'm going to move along from here because we're going to talk about our mission. Our mission is to provide an opportunity to succeed without selling by offering. This is not something we're giving, something we're offering, a 5-star lifestyle. That means you want to be the upper crust of a situation with a very minimum price. You know, when you go to the hotel, when you go to an upscale hotel, the higher the floor you go to, naturally the higher cost. But wouldn't it be great to hang out on the highest floor and pay like a third floor price? We have that for you. Hashtag, we're just different. We came out with a concept that's different from whatever else the world is doing. And as we go into this presentation, you'll start getting the picture, because I truly believe that we think in pictures. So if I can paint this picture to the point to where, oh, I got it, then we can actually take what you got, share with others, and we can all constantly be fed. That, to provide an opportunity, is something that we're definitely doing. Let's look at taking you from a modern, outdated business model. Now, when I'm talking about network marketing, when you look at things evolving to the point where Uber came out and disrupted the taxi cab and the limo service, then they came out with Lyft. Then when Uber got enough people, they decided to click a button and start letting Uber bring you food. Really? So you didn't call everybody and tell them we're going to start food? No, technology launched it simultaneously. When they told us about the pandemic, they didn't call everybody. They used technology. So network marketing is 70 years old. So if everything is evolving to the point of technology, wouldn't it be wise for someone to create a better way to do network marketing? I remember the lotions and the potions and the door-to-door sales and the follow-up calls and the, hey, quit drinking your water, drink my water. Quit taking your pills, take my pills. I remember my aunt and my uncles and my cousins, they ducked down when I came over because they was kind of curious to what was I selling now, because I've been doing network marketing for 48 years. And no, I don't have a handle on it. Of course not, because the market is changing and the network is not what it used to be. So if they can go from the stove to cook to the microwave, if they can go from the record player to the CD to the flash drive, then network marketing can go from a modern era into a new modern era where making money only when the customer save money. I know this is your first time hearing about this. We got advanced tools to help you succeed with the proven leadership. Now, when you think about leadership, everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything. Think about what you're doing, and then think about who you're following. And then think about who's following you. Now, if you look back and nobody's following you, you pretty much just going for a walk. But anyway, what I'm saying is that getting involved with something because you checked your watch and it was time for you to take control, here we have right before us an opportunity that's second to none to where you make money when the customer save money. Wait a minute. So Edgar, what do you mean when you say the customer save money? Okay. First of all, we're all customers to a pretty much. We leave the house to either go buy, go take care of, go do. And the more we bring home, a penny saved is a penny earned. So if I'm used to the neighborhood gas station having the least expensive gas, then I'm going to make sure I monitor that so it can stay the least expensive. So wherever I'm at, I'm going to make sure I stop there when I'm low. And then if it's lower, I'm going to call somebody and let them know, hey, I got the cheap gas over here. But so the technology, getting back to that era to where you can actually get involved in something based on technology, get in the way of it and let it run you over. Uber had a meeting way before they launched. Amazon had a meeting way before they launched. Facebook had a meeting way before they launched. Wow. TikTok, all of those companies that we use, before they launched, they had a meeting. This is that meeting right now because we're launching. The best time to get on the airplane, is it in the air or on the ground? It's on the ground. We're a ground floor opportunity with over 130 years of experience. And I'll talk about that a little more. Let's look at leadership. What I love about the leadership is that, first of all, it's okay to copycat as long as you copy in the right cat. And let's talk about the gentleman Houghton Bugs in the yellow and blue, because he just turned 48 years old in September. It's probably 40, either 48 or 49. And back in 1990, less than $500 a month for the first 7 years, he was in a network marketing company. And for the first 7 years, he made less than $500 a month. And some of those months is to where he had to share that with his downline. So here you have a man in 1990 getting involved in network marketing. Why would he stay for 7 years making that least of income? I'll share that as we go, because what happened, he went into the trenches and he went into a point to where he developed a formula and a system to achieve rapid success while he was there. So he didn't go there for the money. I mean, yeah, the money is right up there with breathing, so I'm sure his end result was income, but showing up, he made a decision in the midst of being there that it's got to be a better way. In record-breaking earnings and sales in the last 10 years, he supported and created and developed 45 millionaires. So I don't know anybody that will go somewhere and say, "Hey, I got a plan. And my plan is so deep that if you stay with me long enough, I can change your life financially." So here you have before you some of the sharpest people that structured this team right here. Like I said, it's 130 years of experience. You got Edward Haynes, the global master ambassador. He was the first person that Houghton Bugs signed up in Ibuumerang. Then you got Terrence Gray, VP of Operation. His main objective is to make sure. Now, mind you, these guys was already making 6, 7, 8 figures when they decided to run with Houghton Bugs. You got Mark Kickart, VP of the marketing. Then you got the young lady, Angel, Director of Business Development. She makes sure everything runs smooth. Then you got David Manning. He's the CEO of Extreme Travel, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Then you got Peter Hurst, the Chief Giving Officer. Because remember, if you're not giving or serving, then you're pretty much just in the way. I've learned how to serve and give to the point to where I'm being served and I'm being given unto. That's just how it works. And I'll share that as we go along. And Peter Hurst, by the way, I call him the connector, because he was responsible for connecting David Manning and Houghton Bugs together. And here you have a power pack leadership that's second to none. So in March of 2019, we launched Ibuumerang. Actually, the name of it back then was called Countdown for Freedom. And I was sitting there. I got the call. Somebody called me and say, "Edgar, Houghton Bugs is doing something." And that's like, let's look at an analogy where if you put a basketball in my hand, it would probably be worth the price that I paid for it. But you take that same ball and you put it in Michael Jordan's hand, the ball becomes priceless because of the track record, because of the history. So when they said Houghton Bugs made a decision to do something different, I flew to Houston. It's supposed to be set up for like 400 people. It was a little under 2,000 people there. Because when a person make a move that has a track record, you probably want to go because of who he is, not because of what it is. When we take our mind off of what we doing and create the concept and the mindset of who we doing it with, then the drive to do it is more driven, and we can build on that, and we can definitely take it to the next level. Let's look at our team created a concept to make the future of business easier. The future of business? Okay. Looking at business, we do business on a different level. When I think of business, I think of an application. I think of a form that says, the title of it says business. That's the title of the form. So under the title, it breaks down the description of what type of business. And it's pretty much up to the person reading it whether or not they want to be a part of it. And because it's easier, then we need to go in depth on what we're pretty much talking about when it comes to easier. When you think about it, the pre-op, remember this, the pre-op, I put the on there, but it's pretty much pre-op, perpetual residual income builder. This right here, I want you to go in your mind and think about Amazon and Alexa. When Amazon created Alexa, Alexa is a source that Amazon added services to actually create the business, maintain the business, and move the business along. That's what Alexa does. And when you look at Siri's from Apple, Apple Siri's is a source also. Siri's, take me to the nearest restaurant. Amazon, Alexa, uh, turn those lights off. Play my favorite radio station. These are sources, just like the sun. The sun is a source. The sun heats you up. They also got some things they created to where the sun can heat that up all through the day and it works all through the night. Look at Alexa, Siri's, uh, Priya. Look, the sun. All of these are sources. We have Priya. So when you hear Priya, play that favorite song I like. Priya, order me 2 movie tickets for the latest Denzel Washington movie, and I want some free popcorn there. So I need you to think about what the Priya is. And that part right there is what you need to grab. The Priya, remember this, perpetual residual income builder. Perpetual mean it's constantly rolling. Residual mean it's building income. When you start something, it constantly builds on its own. So that's what I love about it. Remember the Priya. The Priya assists you in doing what many have struggled to do in the past. Wow, the Priya. It helps you because it's a source, and you add things to the source to help you do things to make life easier. The Priya. So you can put things in the source far as a service, and you can go on about your business, and the Priya will take care of business for you. When I look at the Priya, I think of multiple streams of income. I look at multiple streams of things getting done. I look at multiple activity when I see the Priya, because the Priya goes to work for you. And the Priya, like if I got a person involved in something and then something comes along to maintain it, let's look at when you look at Alexa, when you got a Alexa device in your home and you say, Alexa, play that favorite song I like. You don't, and you can be doing anything else. You can be doing something totally different instead of going to play or going to turn the lights off and the food on, and Alexa takes care of that. You pay a monthly fee for that. My question is, are you personally being financially incentivized for using that? So is that a bill, or is it just a personal choice as an investment? If you're not benefiting financially, this is just news to the wise, then it's a bill. What we have here, we have the things that you're already doing to when you do those, you're financially incentivized. Because we do a lot today as technology. We do a lot today to where, like I say, Facebook has not cut us a check. Our whole family on Facebook. Especially during the pandemic, we move around on Zoom and all of those, and WhatsApp and all of those TikToks, and we're not being paid to share on a service. Let me go on, because once I start talking about this right here, I get kind of emotional. When you look at Amazon, I don't know if you remember 25 years ago when they first came out. I don't know if anybody know when they first came out what they come out with, because Amazon didn't call us and say, join us. Amazon didn't call us and say, hey, I got something coming out. Amazon didn't call us when they had a meeting. Let me tell you how they done it. And it's nothing but technology. When Amazon came out, they started with books. I don't know if you remember that. They was the biggest book on the internet out there. And they didn't start with books because they wanted us to learn how to read. It's an algorithm taking place. It's data analytics taking place. If I ordered a book on plumbing from Amazon, then what they did is took that information, and as I'm looking at that book, you'll see pop-ups about different tools pertaining to plumbing, about different classes to advance in plumbing. So it's data analytics. They're tracking me based on what I'm reading and ordering. So when you order a book on food, all of a sudden on your cell phone, you start getting emails about cookware and new stoves and big kitchen spaces and things of that nature. I dare you for the next 3 days to start just thinking about something. Don't go to your phone on it. Just think about, like I had a raccoon in my roof a couple months ago. And I'm like, wow. And I put some little bombs up there. They didn't go away. I think they might have used that to get high. But anyway, that's another story. What happened was, a few days later, I started getting emails from Terminex. I know, first of all, I can't spell Terminex, so I wouldn't look it up. And then I started seeing Terminex truck riding in the area to where I'm now using their service. Data analytics. We are being, and it's okay because technology has evolved to the point to where we can sit in the comfort of our own home, order food, order groceries, get our cleaners, send people places from the privacy of our own home based on technology. So we looked at that technology and we added, remember, this is a company that's 20 months old. This is a company that's ran by a young man named Houghton Bugs. Google him when you get a chance. He's 48 years old. I think he had a birthday in September the 29th, so he's 48. He came up with a concept. If Amazon has Alexa and Apple has Siri, we have the Prius, black owned and operated. So therefore, if Amazon can start out with books and capture the world, just guess what we started out with? We started out with travel. So see, travel is sexy. Travel is something that the world does. It's only two reasons we travel, ladies and gentlemen. One is because we want to, and the other one is because we have to. And this is the point where I leave my number, because you're going to want to know more information about what's taking place. I made a decision to spend X amount of dollars to get on the air 3 times a week and expose what's next, to give people an opportunity. Then I start inviting people to the studio, because if we sit down right here 3 times a week and start inviting people to how it works, we'll move through Michigan based on technology. We're 20 months old. I dare you. I dare you to give. Now, mind you, let me share this. We're doing this today with 3 to 5 years in mind. So that means when you see a Uber and you see a Lyft and then you see a Vibe Ride, did I mention a ride share service that we own? We'll get to that later. We started with travel. Why did we start with travel? Because it's sexy. Also, we started with travel because it's an $8 trillion industry. Wait a minute, Edgar. You telling me that travel is an $8 trillion industry, and by 2025, it'll be a $12 trillion industry. But wait a minute, Edgar. It's not even a trillion people on the planet. I tried doing the math. I offered somebody $1,000 a day. Every day, how many thousands of dollars can I give you a day to reach a trillion? I've done the math. It took me about 45 minutes. I was close to the answer, but it was over 200 years. So it would take 200 years to give you $1,000 a day to reach a trillion, 1 trillion. But here we have $8 trillion industry. That tells me that it's a multitude of people, the same people, that's traveling. Asia, $6 billion a day. I'm talking about going somewhere. The amazing part about it, they offer the same retail prices and markup. And it's two companies out there, you probably didn't know this, Bookings Holdings and Expedia Group. When we search to go anywhere, cars, rental cars, cruises, whatever, subconsciously we go to the computer on our phone, the laptop, whatever. And we search, because see, first of all, we know where we want to go. We know how much money we have. We know how we want to get there. So what are you looking for? We also know when we want to go. You're looking for savings. That's just how it is. We leave the house to save. We leave early to save time. But you can't call me to save money for me. Hi, you got auto insurance, we can save you, click, delete their number. They even created something on the cell phone to where it lets you know, hi, I am a scam caller. Because we don't have time for you to call me to save, but we leave every day to save. You know, we call it window shopping. Okay, I saw this here for like $28. I'm thinking if I go a little further, take a couple more days, I can find it for $21. Because remember, a penny saved is a penny earned. So Booking Holdings and Expedia Group is two search engines that develop 45 other websites. Bookings Holdings, Rentacar.com, Kayak, Agoga. Those are not booking engines. Those are websites. Remember, all of this money in this travel industry has afforded them to create all the bells and whistles to make sure what you're looking at, it catches your attention. You ever went to bookingholdings.com and you saw a price, let's say $400, then you stayed on there and you searched 8 to 15 times. What you looking for? Oh, that's right, the savings. And you notice when you got to that other site, like Kayak, your information was already there. Why is that? Because it's the same booking engine. It's only two of them out there. All the other bells and whistles are agents to the point of they're exposing the information to you on the same platform, and they're taking turns taking off $5 and $10 at a time. That's all they're doing. So when we search 3 to 5 times, we're looking for savings, and we'll find ourselves. And the amazing part about it, what they did was mark it up. I remember going to the airport buying an airplane ticket across the counter. They'll send you to the computer because they went to the airport and say, hey, we have so much going on that you can send us your customers. So it really costs $80 to fly round trip. It really does. But based on the markup, we're looking for savings, and then we get caught up in that. You better book early because if you book at the last minute, it's going to cost you more. That's not true. I'm telling you. We've came up with a concept through Extreme Travel, ladies and gentlemen, that's our own search engine that have behind the curtain prices that the world don't know about. And when I invested my income to get on the platform, to share information about you being financially incentivized, to be in a company with a small monthly fee, it's like this here. If you want 6 and 7 figure income, you can invest 4 figures and change your life in a short period of time. So we offer the same inventory and we pass the savings on to you. So, and I'll break down how that worked later. Remember, I'm going to be doing this again on Thursday from 5 to 6. Then I'll be doing another live show from 6 to 7 because we just got to know. And if we get enough people to share this information with, to express and spread it out, let me go on, because once you see how this works, you're going to start grabbing the picture that I'm painting. Let's look at New York, a 4.5-star hotel. Now, up there in the blue, you have $339 a night in New York. I'm thinking somewhere in a high rise, this, that, and the other. And if you see down there in the green and yellow, the same hotel, the same time frame. We don't have no blackout dates. We're not a travel company. We're using travel like Amazon used books to grab the attention of the user of the source. That's all we're doing. See, when you don't know, you got to go by what you heard. So what are you hearing now? You're hearing that what you're going to pay, you can pay less. That's what you're hearing. So instead of paying $339 a night for that hotel, same time and everything, you can pay $178. So the savings is $161. I'm not telling you to go to New York. I'm not telling you when to go to New York. I'm just saying when you go to save. Because instead of paying $349 for the room you're not going to be in while you're there, you can use that money on your excursions. I mean, I went to Vegas, took my whole family to Vegas. It was beautiful. It was 3 of us, round trip, hotel and everything. It cost less than $600 for 3 people round trip. And we're standing on the strip, and we see this helicopter excursion to where you can get on a helicopter and ride through the night, see the nights of Vegas, this, that, and the other. And I noticed they sign said $299, and everybody was standing in line. So naturally, we stood in line, and while we was in line, I went on my iGo site, and I see the same place where I'm standing for $149. Champagne, water, limo ride, picked us up, took us to the helicopter. I was very scared. But anyway, moving right along. We got Paris in France, a 4-star hotel. When you go to Paris, do you go for the weekend? Of course not. You go for 7 to 10 days. You probably even go for 2 weeks because Paris is not a place you just do a drive-by. So when you go to Paris, you're staying for 10 days, and here Paris, and this is on Travelocity. You're spending $440 a night for 10 days. The majority of your money is on the stay versus the play. The same site, the same time frame on our site is $130. I don't know if y'all getting this. Because see, you don't have to go nowhere to save. We created this company because when you share this information, you are financially incentivized for sharing it. Well, why would I share it to people? Because it's an $8 trillion industry. It doesn't matter when they go. The source, which is the PRIB, will track them for you whenever they use the platform. They cut you a check. See, you've been financially incentivized for doing something. Because remember, when we go out of town, what are we doing? We selfies, we FaceTime, and we sending pictures. We're sharing the joy of our lifestyle. But are you being financially incentivized? Now you can. Let me move on because when I get excited like this, I just go through the roof. Now, because of this platform, remember, travel is just the front door to the PRIB. We're not a traveling company. We're a technology company. Access to a 5-star lifestyle. We got a couple dollars. We want to do a little more with a couple dollars. And it's a 3-star price. So you don't look for a $100 hotel and think you're going to get it for $8. That's a 1-star facility. I'm talking your savings is 4 and 5-star for a 3 and 2-star price. So look at living on top of the little that you have to enjoy a lot. Additional lifestyle savings and activities, rewards and savings. We got hotels, rent-a-cars, cruises, flights, homes, weeks, marketplace. If you guys got a timeshare, you can put that on here. Wine clubs, gift cards, restaurant savings. I bought 2 $100 gift cards, $100 coupons for any restaurant, Red Lobster, Boneyard, and Nicola's, and any restaurant. $100 gift. They only let me get 2, but they was $11 a piece. Really? Y'all don't shore excursion theme park. Took my whole family to Cedar Point. They gave us, it was $46 on our site for this season and next season. Really? The tickets is, if I'm not mistaken, 70. It's amazing when you know. That's all I'm saying. Because remember, you're going to go anyway. You got outdoor activities, shopping rewards, worldwide tours, playing golf, anything you can think of. Now, let me break down a vacation and an excursion. A vacation is something somebody do that has a job. An excursion is something somebody do that's self-employed. See, you probably didn't know that, but now you know. Now, the question remains the same. Do you boomerang? Wow. That's just like saying, Google this. Remember when Google first came out, it sounded like something you need to wipe up with a tissue. But see, now it's saturated to the point that when you can say it to a stranger and they'll go right to what you're talking about. Google. Say it slow, it get kind of spooky right around October. But anyway, what about Uber? Just different names of stuff that came out while we were here. And I'm saying here, like on this planet. We only got one shot on it anyway. So the question is, do you boomerang? Now, mind you, if I'm asking you for the first time and you say, no, what is that? That's perfect. Now, if I'm asking you and you say yes, that means you've been informed. Remember, do you boomerang will saturate to when you ask somebody and they say, yeah, that means somebody told them before you. Black owned, Black operated, financially incentivized. Every time somebody you share it with use it, whether you know them or not. Let's talk about it. The question is yes. The answer is yes. Build a 5-star lifestyle with the products in the Prib. Now, if the Prib is the source and travel is the lobby of the source, in the source, we have different services. Now, Edgar, how can you get to use the source to take advantage of the services? That is a great question. The boomerangs. The boomerang is the product. The things that we have in the source are services, things we use anyway. And we add them to the Prib every 120 days, every 90 days, we'll add another service. So that means eventually we'll be coming down your street. We're 20 months old. We started with travel because it's sexy. December the 6th of 2019, we launched Vibe Rides. We have our own rideshare company. I want you to think about this. If you haven't caught an Uber or a Lyft, you know somebody that either drives for them or rides with them. Think about it. Vibe rides, meaning you can choose your own vibe. You get paid 75% of the ride as a driver. But let me, if you call somebody and say, hey, just catch an Uber over here. Did you get paid for informing them that? Of course not, because it's not heard of. With Vibe Rides, you can accumulate a fleet of drivers and a fleet of riders and never drive. And every time they drive and ride, for life, you get financially incentivized. See, that right there is something you want to go to the top of the mountain and scream, we found it. Because all I got to do is share a 6-digit code. And when that person use it for life, you get financially incentivized. That's just one of the verticals that's in the source. Another vertical is Bill Genius. Now, what is Bill Genius? Bill Genius is, you familiar with credit repair companies? You pay a monthly fee and they help you out with your credit and you pay XYZ. Bill Genius take your existing bills, your Sprint bill, your Boost Mobile, your home, your light bill, your gas bill, your home security system bill. Some people got pest control bills, cutting your grass bill. Any bill that you have, you download it or upload it on Bill Genius at no cost to you. Their job is to negotiate with Boost Mobile, negotiate with Sprint or Spirit or whoever. Oh, Sprint, that's the sale vault. Right. All of those, they go to work for you to get the lowest monthly fee. To date, they save people over $300,000 to date. We're not even 90 days old with Bill Genius. We just launched it. So think about saying, I mean, you can take this to companies. All you do is give them a 6-digit code. They upload their bills. Every time they save, you get paid. We have a new product for those that like to sell products. Because remember, you can get involved in this business and don't have to sign up nobody. Just give out boomerangs. Right to this date, I have 356 boomerangs out there. Now, is everybody going to use them? Of course not. But out of 365, we got a lady in the company have over 15,000 boomerangs out there. 15,000. We're 20 months old. She don't have nobody else in the company. Every month, her dead president is not dead no more. You know that she's getting paid just because she shared a service. We share information all the time. Oh, did you see that new Denzel Washington movie? Did you get paid for sharing that? Wouldn't it be nice if it was something out there that pay you for sharing? Like when you share on Facebook and TikTok and them people. Wouldn't that be nice? It's here. I'm telling you now. It is here. And it ain't going nowhere. We got Zents. That is a wearable technology. And we'll go deeper into that. Let's move right along. The boomerang is simple. It's with a smart code. And all you're doing, you're generating a code online. You're sending the code via text or email. They receive the code from the sender. They activate the code on igoboom.com. And every time they use it, you get paid. Every time. It doesn't matter when they use it. So you're running around passing out free sites. Remember when Lyft came out and Uber came out, first 18 months, all they did was pass out free websites. That's all they did. If I got a Lyft and an Uber site in my phone now, it does not cost me anything to carry it. And anywhere on the planet, I think they're on their way to Canada. They might already be in Canada. But when I was in New York, I turned in my rent-a-car early just to ride in Uber or Lyft to share information with them about vibe rides. But that's another story. Every time we use the service, we feed the now nourished child. And up to date, 2019, we actually fed 4.4 million proper servings to now nourishing children. That is amazing because we got to give. We got to give. Travel saving bonuses. It's so much income in this right here. It's more ways to get paid. You can reach me at 313-686-4817 for more information. I'm excited about what's taking place. My main objective here is to inform us on what's next. If you never rode an Uber or Lyft, it doesn't matter because the world is riding it. It doesn't matter what you do. To me, at 60 years old, with 10 grandkids, 5 kids, 5 different women, caught hell at birth up until this point in my life. So I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I just made a decision to follow what works. And the key to that statement is staying long enough for the results. I mean, if you're at home and you're going to the store and you can see the store in your mind from home and it's walking distance and you start walking to that store and the obstacles and the distractions of the people you know, they might approach you. Somebody pull up, hey man, what's up? I'm on my way to the store. Oh, come roll with me right quick. Now, that took you away from where you were going. But if you stay the course, remember, it's just that simple. We have 18-month increments. I use an 18-month calendar. You give me 10% of your time, let me earn the 90%. Where we're going, you'll be financially incentivized to share with others. Point blank, period. My name is Edgar Loman, a.k.a. Coffee Man. I am here, 313-686-4817. Reach me. Let's take Michigan to another level. They're everywhere with this already. We're in 130 countries right now. Vibe Rides, it's already driving in Florida and in Houston. So if you have family members there, all you got to do is send them a 6-digit code. You don't even have to call them, ask them if they ride. They will upload Vibe Rides, and every time they drive, you will get paid. Every time they ride, you will get paid. How did Lyft and Uber get drivers? The drivers interviewed the passenger. They see, people ride. You don't have to recruit riders. People waiting to ride. All you're doing is sharing information and you're being financially incentivized because of the technology that has been placed before us. Black-owned company, second to none. We were the fastest growing company in the first 12 months when we started. No other company has ever done it on the planet. We're already made over $50 million, and we paid out $25 million of that to the team. We have over 1 million customers right now that don't pay a dime. I don't know any companies that's not charging the customer. Here you had that information right here. So we're going to get on out of here. I'm excited about where Ibuumerang is going. I'm excited about the position I have. I'm one of the founders of the company. My mission is to expose whoever's ready or not. You got people never done network marketing ever that in 35 days are reaching levels that's phenomenal. And that's just how it is. You know, we got great leadership that we're following. You know, we got some strong leaders here in Michigan, but it's nothing wrong with you being one of the leaders in the company based on the activity that you apply into this company. I'm excited. I wanted to, until my man come out and tell me that we wrapping it up, I'm going to just keep on rapping. I think he came out. I got to get out of here. Hey, at the end of every show, I always say vividly visualize yourself as the person you want to be and enthusiastically achieve your goal here on the Coffee Man Show. Keep it hot and keep it stirred. Boom.